In this lesson, we're going to take a look at this practice file here, ON1 Sample 4. So head into your practice files in the home module, just click on this little tab, and then we're going to head to ON1 Sample 4, and we're just going to double click that to take us into the edit module. So with this image, we're going to practice using SkySwap AI to bring in a much more interesting sky into the scene and create a more captivating image. Now, when it comes to using SkySwap AI, you could modify the look of the image first and then try to match the sky with it later on. Or what I like to do is, if I know I'm going to do a sky swap, is I just complete the sky swap first and then I try to match up the foreground with the sky. So before we do anything to the photo, this is just the original image. Let's just go over here to our tabs, and we're going to choose sky. Automatically, it's going to create a mask for us around the sky so that we can then just dive into the SkySwap AI feature here and choose a specific sky that we want. I would recommend going down here to the sky section. You can always import your own custom skies. There's tons on our website and our creative library, but Photo RAW comes with, if we open up our category here, hundreds of amazing skies to choose from to fit a variety of different imagery. For this one, it's a little bit moody, overcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the OcuDrone Seriously Stormy category. I'm going to click on that. And then I can go into the sky menu here, and I can open up any of these different skies to see if they look great on the image that I'm adjusting. And of course, you can do this with any of the other categories. But for this one, I'm going to choose Seriously Stormy. I think it does a great job here, and I really like this first one, just Seriously Stormy Sky 1. I think it does a great job of making things look a bit moody, dramatic, that there's a stormy background within the scene. I just really enjoy it for this particular photograph. Now, in SkySwap AI, we can modify a few things. We can modify the position, we can modify the appearance, foreground lighting, and so on and so forth. Now, one thing I would always recommend doing is taking a look at the appearance section here to do two things: either cool or warm the sky up, or darken or brighten the sky. Now, I think the sky's brightness is just fine here, but to match up with the warmth within this foreground, I'm going to go to my warmth slider here and just warm things up. And you can see it matches up a little bit nicer there with that foreground. Whereas before it just felt a little cool for the particular image that we're working with. Now what I like to do is I'll match up the foreground with that sky that I've chosen. So I'll go into Develop. I'm going to go to my tone and color here, and let's add in a bit of contrast. Maybe pull up on our midtones a little bit. And that's looking pretty good just like that. Now the foreground still is a little bit too warm for this sky here, but I don't want to make the sky too warm. I can always modify the foreground independently of the sky. So let's just head down into our color here, and I'm just going to cool the temperature down maybe 1,000 degrees. And I think that matches up a lot better with that sky in the background there. So let's take a look at the original and the after. I'm just going to hit the backslash key on my keyboard. Original and after. And I like it. I think the sky and the foreground match up really well with one another. Now that we've modified our foreground to fit our sky, we've swapped the sky, what we can do now is congeal these two areas together by using filters inside of effects. The reason that filters are great is because they modify the entire image, and so we can color grade, we can add in more contrast as needed, glows, vignettes, you name it. But by using those filters, it congeals these two regions within the scene together to make a much more cohesive, captivating edit. So let's go into our effects tab here. I'll add a filter. And I really like the glow filter for stormy images. If I add glow and I hit darker, I really enjoy what it's doing not only to the clouds here, but it adds in a bit more contrast into this foreground section to really bring the eye into where that lighting is within the scene. Now, if things are too strong or too intense, you can always adjust the strength of them here with the opacity slider. Maybe around 85 or so. Another one that's really fun for sky swaps is the LUTs filter. If we go to our creative section here, we add LUTs, there's lots of different creative color grading you can do inside of your LUTs filter. Black and white is always really a fun one. You know, some of these are really interesting styles and looks that you can add to your image. Chill's a good one. And so I'd recommend playing around with these LUTs to see which one works for your particular edit. Or if you want to add another filter that you think would work great, there's tons in here to play around with. One thing I would recommend, and I mentioned it in SkySwap, is you can import your own custom skies. You can import your own custom LUTs, borders, textures, tons of extras you can import yourself to add on your own custom flair to the image. So if we add a filter here, any of those filters that you can import into, let's say LUTs for example, you'll see this import button there right next to the category menu. Just import your LUTs, your textures, borders, things like that, and you can quickly apply them to the image. And I'll add in that creative library link into the description so you can find a bunch of creative extras on our website that you can instantly add into your own edits. But let's take a look at our before and our after here. We have the original and then after with that moody, dramatic, stormy sky in the background. And so that's my favorite way to perform a sky swap. Typically I swap the sky first and then I try to match up the foreground and the background with one another. And then I use filters inside of effects to congeal and make a much more cohesive looking edit. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.